Hello, and welcome to Storytime with Miss Taryn and Link. This is my 6-month-old son, Link, and he is joining us for Storytime today. He'll be with us through the songs, and then we will let him watch the Storytime with his daddy, okay? All right, so we are talking about space today. So we're going to talk about rockets and some aliens and stars. Look at him. He's moving all over the place. So that is what we're going to talk about in our story time today. So first, before we get started, we're going to sing our hello song. Link, do you know our hello song? Yeah? All right. Let's watch our hello song. Can you do it? Here we go. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. He gets really excited for that, doesn't he? Okay, now we're going to do another song to the tune of I'm a Little Teapot. And I'm going to use Link as a little example of it. So instead of teapot, it's going to be I'm a little rocket. Okay? So it's I'm a little rocket, tall and thin, and you can stand up as a rocket. Here is my nose cone, and here are my fins. Whoa! When I get all fired up, launch begins. Watch me rise and see me spin. That one's a little harder with a baby. So you guys can play along, dance along. If you're older, you can do this on the floor. You can spin around in circles. I'm just going to turn him in a little circle since he's a baby. But he's trying to move around a lot, aren't you, Link? Okay, here we go. I'm a little rocket, tall and thin. Here is my nose cone, here are my fins. When I get all fired up, launch begins. Watch me rise and see me spin. All right, good job. Was that fun, Link? Did you have a good time? Okay, so I'm going to give Link back to his daddy. And he's going to watch our story time. Here you go, bud. All right. So our first book is called Baloney, Henry P. by John Scieszka and Lane Smith. This is one of my favorite books to do for story time because it's really funny and very silly. Lots of made-up words in this book. Last Tuesday morning at 8:37 a.m., Henry P. Baloney was finally late for class once too often. "That's it," said Mrs. Bugscuffle. "Permanent, lifelong detention, unless you have one very good and one very believable excuse." "Well, I would have been exactly on time," said Henry, "but I misplaced my trusty Zimulus." That's not a Zimulus. What is that? A pencil. "Then I found it on my desky." Like a desk, right? "But someone had put my desky in a taraku." What is that? "The taraku drove me right here to Scola." It's supposed to be school, I think. "But then it drove right past. I grabbed my Zimulus and jumped out, but I jumped smack in the middle of a Ratso launch pad." Look, that's what we were just talking about, right? A rocket. Oh my goodness. "I used my Zimulus to pop open the escape porto, but it turned out to be a porto in the next Ratso blasting off." Uh-oh. So it looks like he's getting mixed up in the rocket. Ooh. "I jammed the Ratso controls with my Zimulus so I could land behind Scola and still be on time." See? There's his pencil. Or Zimulus. He's using it like that. "But I jammed the wrong button and ended up on the planet Astrosis." Whoa, you see him down there? He's flying through space. I entertained the Astro guys with my very funny pizzas. Look, he's drawing something. But they decided my pizzas and I would be entertaining to eat. Oh, yikes. Better get out of there. I changed their minds with diagrams and calculations. So fantastic, they crowned me Kunigas of the whole planet. So you can see Kunigas is supposed to be king, and then he's got calculations and diagrams. So he's using weird alien language. But I forgot the Astrosis word for thank you, and accidentally used the word for doof brain. Uh-oh. I foiled their plan to disintegrate me by plugging their blassa with my Zimulus. Look. So that's a blaster. They're going to try to get him. He's going to use the Zimulus. But they made a new plan to send me back in a sighing flosser for Casa Scola. Uh-oh. So there's school, right? And sighing flosser, that sounds like flying saucer. I erased the sighing flosser for Casa instructions, but I also erased the sighing flosser portal lock and fell out. Oh man, look at that. I dropped like a New Year rock. Like a rock. I was only 3 seconds away from Zerblatzen all over the Spielplatz. Not even my trusty Zimulus could save me. So he's gonna go kersplat on the floor. So what did you do? Said Miss Bugscuffle. How could you possibly save yourself? I suddenly remembered that falling bodies obey the law of gravity. And I haven't learned the law of gravity yet, so I stopped and came to Scola. All of which made me exactly 7 minutes late this Amu. Henry P. Baloney, said Miss Bugscuffle, that is unbelievable. But today's assignment is to complete a tall tale. So why don't you sit down and get started writing? I'd love to, said Henry, but I seem to have misplaced my Zimulus. He doesn't have his pencil to use. Man. So, this book is really fun if you check it out from the library. It does well as a story time, and also as in the end it has a decoder that takes you word by word on all of the alien words and translates them. So it's a fun book to go back and reread too, and I think we have several copies of it at the library. All right, so that was Henry P. Baloney. And next we're gonna read a shorter book called How to Catch a Star by Oliver Jeffers. Oh, Link is getting restless. Once there was a boy, and the boy loved stars very much. Every night the boy watched the stars from his window and wished he had one of his very own. Aren't they pretty? He dreamed of how the star would be his friend. They would play hide and seek and take long walks together. The boy decided he would try to catch one. He thought that getting up early in the morning would be best, because then the star would be tired from being up in the sky all night. The next day he set out at sunrise, but he could not see a star anywhere, so he sat down and waited for one to appear. He waited and waited and ate lunch and waited, and after dinner he waited some more. So you might know this, but you don't normally see stars during the day, right? Because the sun is shining. So we're going to learn about that. Finally, just before the sun was about to go away, he saw a star. That's the best time that you can start to see stars, is when the sun is going down and the moon is coming up. The boy tried to jump up and grab it, but he couldn't jump high enough. So very carefully, he climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find, but the star was still way out of reach. He thought he might lasso the star with a life preserver from his father's boat, but it was much too heavy for him to carry. Look, if only he could fly up in a spaceship and just grab the star. But the only spaceship he owned was made of paper, and it didn't fly well at all. Perhaps he could get a seagull to help him fly in the sky to reach his star, but the only seagull he could find didn't want to help. That sounds about right. The boy worried he would never catch a star. Just then, he noticed something floating in the water. It was the prettiest star he had ever seen. Just a baby star. Maybe it had fallen from the sky. He tried to fish it out with his hands. But when the boy reached out to touch the star, it just rippled through his fingers. Now, do you know why that is? Is it really in there? The boy was sad, but in his heart, the wish would not give up. Slowly, he began walking home. And that star that he saw reflected was just a reflection. It wasn't really there. But look, let's see what's happening. And that's when he saw it, washed up on the bright golden sand. The boy had caught a star of his very own. Aww, so he has a star. He didn't have to go up into space. He just went to the ocean. And now they're reading a story together. All right, so that is the end of our second story. And we're going to go ahead and have Link come back up here for our goodbye song. Hey there, buddy. You ready to say goodbye to our friends? And thank them for watching with us and having story time together? What do you think? You want to? All right, here we go. See if we can do it. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. All right, thanks for joining us for our last regular virtual story time. We will be doing a few more virtual story times in the summer. We won't do them as regularly, but if you like seeing me and Link, drop a comment below on this video and let us know that you're watching. So thanks for watching us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.